Business owners in Ferguson hope to clean up this morning. At least a dozen commercial buildings burned to the ground there. Others were looted. Vladimir Duthier joins us once again from Ferguson with the blow to small business. Vlad?
Good morning. As they have since the days of the August shooting, business owners bore the brunt of the outrage on the streets of Ferguson. Over the last 2 days, protesters have vandalized, looted, and burned dozens of shops like this Meineke shop right here behind me in what officials are describing as the worst acts of violence since Michael Brown was killed. This Little Caesars pizzeria was destroyed by a tornado 3 years ago. It's a pile of rubble once again. The manager, who didn't want to give his name, had anticipated trouble Monday night.
We basically just had to shut down and get everybody to safety.
He watched helplessly as rioters set fire to the restaurant. He feels most let down by town officials who waited until nightfall to announce the grand jury decision.
I don't understand why you would do that. What's the rationale behind that?
He said while the police department was well protected by officers, nearby businesses were not. Looters broke into this restaurant but failed to burn it down. On Tuesday, the owners assessed the damage.
We're on West Florissant. They've actually closed down the whole street. They're not even letting the owners into the buildings because they're considering the whole street a crime scene.
Less than a mile down the road, it's neighbor helping neighbor.
We live here and we feel that it's our civic duty. This is Ferguson. This is what Ferguson does.
Residents are working together to help protect other businesses. Jerome and Kathy Jenkins, who have lived here in Ferguson for more than 20 years, own the restaurant Kathy's Kitchen. The Jenkins believe those responsible for much of the destruction are not from Ferguson.
I felt sorry for West Florissant because they allowed 30 people to roam 1 mile and burn down those businesses. And they were criminals. Those are not protesters. That is a difference.
Since the shooting, many of the demonstrators have become loyal customers. One even emailed Kathy a video showing protesters keeping vandals away from the restaurant during the unrest Monday night.
They were locked together, holding hands, protecting Kathy's Kitchen. So I had hope.
Many of the businesses that have been hit are mom and pop shops, and sadly, some of them have been hit more than once. In fact, the owner of this Meineke shop just said to me she doesn't know what any of this has to do with Meineke. The city's mayor has been working with many of the shop owners to help them rebuild and reopen. Jeff?
Well, thanks very much. He makes a very good point.